The vlog is back? The vlog is back. Again, this is where you would see like a flashy thing, but I don't know how to do animation, so I'm not going to do that. Hi, the vlog is back. I'm Zach, and it's been a few weeks, and it's a Monday afternoon. The reason it's been a few weeks is because these last few weeks have been absolutely crazy in my world. So I'm so happy to have a Monday afternoon off at home where I can post a video vlog. So it is the 15th of July. Yeah, halfway through the month of July. That's hard to believe. It's hotter than hell outside. It's 100 degrees right now in Nashville. And thankfully, it looks like it's going to cool down later in the week, which is great because it's been really hot for a long time. But yeah, it's been a crazy month or so because we've been moving our studios at WSM from inside the Opryland Hotel to a new studio inside the Roy Acuff House, which is on the Opry Plaza, not to be confused with Aubrey Plaza, one of the stars of Parks and Recreation. The Opry Plaza, it's the area around the Grand Ole Opry House. So this is the house that was built for Roy Acuff in 1984. If you don't know who Roy Acuff was, he was a huge country music star in the early days of country music. And by the 80s, he had become pretty much the father figure of the Opry. So they built him a house on the grounds of the Opry and Opryland theme park. That's the short version. He died in 1992, and the house has been sitting there ever since. It survived the park's demolition. It survived the flood of 2010, but it hasn't really had an identity. They've used it for space for offices or exhibits or whatnot, but never a permanent usage until now. So we're really proud that we were able to renovate that and turn that into our new WSM studio. But that has been a crazy month because we had to move out of the hotel. We had to move into a temporary studio at our office in the corporate building, and then we had to move over to the new studio, and it's still not done yet. We opened an exhibit today, so if you want to come take the tour of the place, you can. It's part of the Opry Backstage Tour. But it's just been nuts because there's been so many things to do, and technology doesn't always work the way you want it to. And there's been extra steps we've had to take for a lot of things because of this temporary setup that we've been in. So I've been working like a crazy person the last few weeks. And yesterday and today is the first weekend that I've gotten in about a month. I've had random days off here and there, but 2 days off in a row I haven't had since early mid-June. I don't even remember the last time. So it's nice to get a couple days where I don't have to go over there and rest and relax and refresh and get ready for another week tomorrow. So that's what we're going to do. So that's why I haven't made a vlog. It's just been freaking busy at work, man. Improv stuff has kind of taken a back seat just because I have not had time. I've been at work all the time. So still going to class. Musical improv class is going great. That was a lot of fun this weekend. We've got shows coming up in late September and early October. When those tickets go on sale, I'll let you know. I would love for you to come out and see me make stuff up and sing on stage because, yeah, I'm a performer. It'll be fun. And God, when I started improv, first off, I thought I'd never perform improv comedy. Now I'm doing improv musicals, but I love it so much. So I'll let you know about all that when we get a little closer to the time. What else has been going on? Oh, Wegovy. Let's talk about that. So I think last time that I even recorded a vlog, which was like a month ago, I hadn't started it yet because we were still waiting on insurance to clear it. Long story short, insurance did not clear it. My doctor says my insurance at my company's not great and they don't cover it. So I got to pay for it out of pocket, which is fine because I've got a lot of money stored in an HSA account over many years where I've been fairly healthy and haven't had to use it. So not really worried about the cost because I've got money stored away for medical stuff. But I started taking it a month ago. And so 4 full weeks of the Wegovy, which is actually not the brand name because I'm to save money, I'm getting it from a compound pharmacy. So I'm using the actual semaglutide or whatever it's called. But 4 weeks in, I'm down 9.5 pounds. And that's really no change to an exercise routine. I have been working like crazy. That might have played a part in it. But it definitely has changed the way I eat because I'm just not hungry as much anymore. Like, it keeps you from being hungry. And it makes it take longer for the food in your stomach to digest. And so when you eat a meal, it takes a long time for it to fully digest, and you don't feel hungry, and it reduces your cravings for sugar and sweet stuff. And I didn't realize how much of that crap I was eating until I wasn't eating it anymore. And I'll still have some occasionally, but it's not common. It's not like I'm munching on stuff all day. Like I'll eat breakfast in the morning, usually like a couple of eggs and maybe some toast or something. And then I'm good until supper time. Like it's 11, 12 hours before I'm really hungry again. I might have a little snack in the afternoon, like an apple or a banana or something like that, or a light lunch. But there are a lot of days where I just don't eat lunch anymore, um, which is good and bad because yesterday I didn't eat lunch and I started to feel a little dizzy because I didn't have any protein in me. I ate virtually nothing yesterday, a little bit of stuff, but not much. So, I'm learning how to manage it, and I'm keeping in constant touch with my doctor's office. Thankfully, that's all set up on an app, so I can just send them an email, and they're very quick to respond if I have any questions. So it's going great. I've lost 9.5 pounds in a month. And today was the first time that I upped the dosage. So, because I got it from a compound pharmacy and not the Wegovy pins that you see on the commercials, I'm having to use insulin needles to extract it from the little vial and then inject it. So, I have to do all the measurements myself and everything. So, I've been doing 10 units a week for the first month. You only have to inject it once a week. So, I did 10 units a week for the first month. In the second month, they told me to double it to 20 units. And the goal is to get it monthly, add 10 units until I'm up to 80 units. I don't know how that's going to make me feel. But if 10 units worked well, I know doubling it to 20 is not going to double the result. But we're just going to see. We'll see how the side effects. I had virtually no side effects. Thankfully, my doctor told me, hey, when you're eating and you get to where you feel like you're about 80% full, just stop eating, and then you're good. So that's kind of been my mentality through this first month. And I've heard that people who have taken this drug have had irritable bowels, have had nausea, have had headaches, fever, not fever, what's the word, fatigue. I've had none of that. Like, I feel exactly like I have felt, just less hungry. So today, we upped the dosage to 20 units a week. So we'll see how that affects my body. But hopefully, we'll just keep on trucking and try to lose more weight. Because I have a friend, one of my improv friends, who's on a similar drug. And she's lost almost 50 pounds in like 3 months. But she's doing a lot of exercising too. So maybe I need to start doing that. I would love to. It's just so damn hot outside. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to walk or run around the neighborhood. And okay, we have a gym at work, and I have a Planet Fitness membership, so maybe I should use those. Look over my right shoulder back here. You see her? There's Daisy, asleep in the hallway, protecting the house. Thank you, sweet Daisy. Yeah, so that's the Wegovy update. It's been an interesting experience, but not really that much different as far as my day to day. I'm just eating a lot less, and I've lost 9.5 pounds in a month. So let's keep it going. Maybe in a few months you won't even recognize me. Oh, this will be it'll still be there, but it won't be as hefty. So I've got a trip planned coming up in August. I am going to go on a 72-hour Amazing Race style baseball trip, and this is going to be crazy. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this, except that I just love to travel. I love airports. I love baseball stadiums. I love public transportation, and I get to do all those things on this trip. Like, I'm a geek for all three of those things. So in early August, so 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to fly from Nashville to Kansas City, and I'm going to go see the Royals play at Kauffman Stadium. And then the next morning, I'm going to jump on an Amtrak train, ride it across Missouri to St. Louis, and see the Cardinals play at Busch Stadium. And then the next morning, I'm going to hop on a plane and fly to Minneapolis to see the Twins play at Target Field and to visit the Mall of America. and then the next morning I'm going to fly home. 72 hours, 3 cities, 3 new baseball stadiums that I've never been to. So that would get my total up to 13 of the 30 now, and would add 5 this year alone. So this will probably be it for me for 2024. I don't see any more baseball trips toward the end of the season happening. It could happen, open, keeping the door open. But anyway, I'm really excited about this trip. I'm just going alone. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I love flying, and I'm flying on 2 different airlines. I love riding trains, and I'm going to ride an Amtrak train. It's going to take like all day to go from Kansas City to St. Louis, but I'm really looking forward to that experience. And then Minneapolis I've never been to. I've never even been to Minnesota in my life, nor have I been to Kansas City, except for the airport one time for like 30 minutes, but I've never actually been to the city. So St. Louis I've been to a few times, but it's been 8 years since I've even set foot in St. Louis. So not going to be in any of these cities long enough to really experience what they have to offer, except to hit these baseball stadiums on my count up to 30. So that's really going to be fun. I'm looking super forward to that. And I get to go to the Mall of America, which I've never been to. And my hotel is right across the street from the Mall of America. And I did not know this until I was planning this trip. The Mall of America is like right next door to the Minneapolis airport. So it makes it super convenient on this short trip to be able to see it at least, and to see what it's all about and get the perspective of it. So I'm really looking forward to that. I bought a new computer today. I'm doing some radio work, some outside work for third-party companies that are not Opry Entertainment Group. They're totally fine with that. Everybody's cool with it. So I needed a new computer, and this is going to piss some people off, but I switched from Mac to PC for this. PC just works better for what I need, and if I'm going to be doing some editing, there's nothing in the world to me more frustrating when I'm doing editing at work and I have to use Control-C, Control-X for all my commands, and then I come home and use a Mac, and the Control key does nothing, and you have to use a stupid Apple key or Command key, whatever it's called. I hate that so much. So I switched to Windows for my home editing stuff. And because if this other station that I'm going to be working for, hopefully soon, and I'll tell you more about that if that comes to fruition, but to do the remote login for their systems, I have to use Windows. So I guess the Apple I'm going to give to my wife, she's an Apple person. She has an iPad, she has an iPhone, and she'll have a MacBook Air that she doesn't necessarily want, but I'm going to give it to her to have a laptop. And me, I'm a non-Apple person now. I've got my Google Pixel phone. I've got a Hewlett-Packard Windows laptop, which doubles as a tablet, by the way. That's pretty cool. You can flip it around, it becomes a tablet. So that was done today. And so I'm coming to you from my new computer today. Is that the vlog? That's the vlog. That's everything going on in my life. I don't have any improv shows coming up in the immediate future. I got a couple coming up in August. About a month from now, me and my friend, or my friend and I, sorry for the improper grammar, my friend Fred Schmidt and I will be doing Duoprov. It'll be the first time I've ever done a 2-person show. So that's like 20 minutes of just 2 people doing improv. It's a whole different skill set because you only have one other scene partner. And you can do some crazy stuff when there's just 2 of you up there. Play multiple characters, play each other's characters. We're going to try all that. That's coming up in about a month. I forget the actual date. And then on the I think that's the 14th of August. Don't hold me to that. It's a Thursday night. And then on August 29th, Labor Day weekend, or 30th, August 30th. Don't hold me to the dates. I'll post them on social media. But August 30th, yeah, that's a Friday night. I am going to be performing with 2 couples in a throuple again. So we're really excited about that. We got a couple folks who are going to be out of town for Labor Day, unfortunately. So we got a couple of our subs coming in. We're really excited to play with them. So I will get you more information on that. So I got shows coming up. I got shows in October, November, December. At least 1 show every month of the year for the rest of the year, starting in August. I'll keep you up to date on those. And I'm looking really forward to doing more improv and stuff. So Is that it? Can we cut it off now? 15 minutes, I think that's enough. See y'all later. Thanks for watching, and maybe we'll do another one next week.